Hey, what's up, guys? It is Tuesday, April 7th. We're taking a look at a painting today called Manifest Destiny. Yesterday, you should have made some comments in the discussion board about this, which there were a lot of really good observations that you guys made. I just wanted to point out some specific stuff and then some skills that'll help you with today's lesson. Like I said before, this one's called Manifest Destiny. It was painted by a guy named John Gast in 1872. So kind of in the midst of westward expansion, but also late enough that a lot of good commentary could be made about what was actually going on. So before we get into this, I'm just going to draw us a little um, compass rose over here. Oh, that's not going well. Okay. We got north, south, east, and west here. As you can see, everything is moving in the westward direction here. Couple things I want to start off with. Let's start on the east side of our map here. A lot of different technology happening. So we've got trains, railroads. Back here, all the way in the east, you can see a large city. It's kind of a nondescript, nothing specific, but definitely a built-up, grown-up city, right? Um, so you can see kind of that eastern part of the United States. They're depicting as kind of the technological center where everything's kind of coming from and quote unquote civilization, if you will. You'll also notice that this side of the painting, sorry about the handwriting on this thing, is very light in color. That can mean a lot of things. Light could mean good, right? Light could also just mean enlightened, intelligent, or just kind of where all the big ideas are coming from. Okay, um, you can kind of see the technology change as we move west. We've got the stagecoach here. We've got a Conestoga wagon here. And then that kind of gets us into our more western part of our painting, which I don't want to get to quite yet. Another piece of technology that we didn't point out were these lines. There were a lot of different speculation as to what these lines were. Those are telegraph lines. So obviously, there's not going to be phones yet. There's no internet yet. There's not things like that. But we can move messages through telegraph. Okay. Um, and then obviously we've got right here in the forefront of our painting is the woman kind of leading people to the west. Americans at the time would have looked at this westward expansion as um, a very, very good thing, a very positive action for the most part. You can see she's the one spreading the technology. She's got a book in her hand, okay, meaning that they're bringing education to the West, right? Now, John Gass didn't want to show just the good parts of this, right? So he made this Western part of our painting, and he made this part of our painting very dark, right? And dark is normally going to represent hardship or difficulties or bad things happening. So as you can see, as our technology and as our settlers are moving east to west, they're pushing a lot of things out, right? We've got wildlife that's being pushed out, as we'll kind of look at later. We've got these bison which are being pushed off their land. You'll see a massive depletion of bison in this country during the 19th century, almost to extinction, right? Which was a massive, massive problem, especially for this group of people, right, are Native American. We see a lot of Native Americans in this painting. They look angry, they look upset because of that expansion moving westward, right? Um, we can kind of see farming down here, right? This is pretty indicative of the Midwest at the time. A lot of farming going on. We see guys down here who have plans of either hunting or prospecting for um, uh, gold and things like that, minerals in the West to make a lot of money, right? And then back here in the distance, we have mountain ranges, right, which are going to represent kind of the hardship that's going to face people as they move west. So this painting kind of encompasses everything, right? The good of technological advances and the bad of pushing out people who were relying on this land before, and also the wildlife which were using the land. Um, a lot of these uh, were already seen in the comments. You guys did a great job on that discussion board. Use some of this kind of looking closely in today's activity of looking at those push and pull factors. Um, if you guys have any questions or anything on your mind, please shoot me an email. Let me know. But keep up the good work out there, guys. Talk to you later.